Hi everybody, it's Lisa from SuttonsDaze. Today we're going to do a pantry tour and kind of an inventory and a little bit of puppy love. I can't help it. She's ridiculous. She's so cute. So, as you know, the spare bedroom turned into the pantry, okay? And so we have the bed in here, and well, Coco apparently enjoys this bed. So she's kicking back and relaxing on this bright, sunny, very, very cold day. These curtains are always closed unless I'm doing a video. So that's why they're open, and that's why there's so much light in here. Let me start over here, which is really difficult with the light. There we go. That is my Tower of TP. Whoop, whoop. And I love it. I love it. There's actually 13 30 packs stuffed onto the shelf. Works out really good. This is a box of bubble wrap. For shipping stuff, I never get rid of it. And then down here I've got my Dawn. My bottles of Dawn, backup laundry, and those are all the trash bags that I've been getting from box.com. They're $13.99 for 140 bags. So, love it. They're great bags. They're absolutely great bags. My next big purchase is going to be paper towels. Where am I going to put them? Not sure, but that's the paper towels I have left right now. There's Kleenex back up there. I've discovered since I quit smoking that I don't use as much Kleenex. So yay for me. That Kleenex is over a year old. Haven't even opened it. My backup laundry soap and some body wash. I haven't bought body wash in a long time. Oh, Della just decided to join the party. So now I'm going to spin you around. Sorry for the bad camera. Here is the other stuff. That's the only way I can really, call it. It's other stuff. Because no matter what I do, I'll never have enough shelves. That is toothpaste for a year plus. Then I've got the backup bottles of mouthwash, shampoo and conditioner, cans of tuna, coffee, Parmesan cheese. Remember that from the Sam's Club haul, and the Jif from the Sam's Club haul. Let's see. The cream of mushroom soup that randomly goes on sale for $1.09 for the family size can. Can't beat that with a stick. So I always grab them and put them up. And now that I mention that, that price hasn't gone up in a couple of years, so that's a really good thing. But we rotate through this. We use, mushroom soup is it's an ingredient. It really is. Even though Phil will actually crack open a can of that and eat it just like it is. It's kind of scary. Okay, here's some miscellaneous spices that I had left over: baking soda and the Caro syrup for making candy. We didn't make candy this year. I might have to do it next year. See, that's all my candy flavorings. So, in the event that something goes south, I at least have the ability to make a little bit of candy, right? And, let me see, pan over here. That whole shelf, that one right there, that's all salt, various kinds of salt. The salt in the glass half-gallon jars is the iodized normal table salt. And then I've got the pink Himalayan salt. I have... what kind do I have here? Kosher salt and then sea salt. So there's the Bisquick, some cake mixes, those brownie mixes that for that fundraiser we're doing next week. And then back here is like 20, maybe 20 cans of diced tomatoes. And then some marinara sauce or tomato sauce. Is it marinara? I don't know. It's a tomato sauce. That I think I got a really good deal on it. Oh yeah, 2 for $1, so I got them. My backup garlic, these are all my backups of the homemade vanilla extract. Good. That is my SHTF chocolate. Okay, it's shrink wrapped. I know, vacuum sealed. But and then the Alfredo sauce, and then this is my Thrive storage. This is the stuff that has not been cracked into and is sitting here. And for the most part, these are doubled up. These are doubled up. 2 of these and then singles here and there of other stuff. And so that is the stuff that I'm not using. I've got a whole bunch over in the kitchen that I am using still. So too. Up top here, I've got behind the paper plates are those 500 packs of silverware that I picked up over the summer for the family reunion. So we've got enough silverware for the family reunions for the next few years. You know, your red Solo cups, paper plates, and the dehydrator that I use the most. This whole shelf here is soap. That's all soap except for this row of deodorant. Various kinds of soap. That's Ivory. That's my homemade soap. That's Irish Spring. Phil likes it. That's Fel's Naphtha. You know what that's all used for. With the exception of the Temptations, this is like first aid central right here. These are old Tupperware canisters that I found at a garage sale, and I like them because they're kind of opaque. You can see through them a little bit. So our backup vitamins are in here, painkillers like ibuprofen, Vicks, as you can see. I've got my backup Q-tips, which reminds me that's my only backup Q-tips, so I have to go get some more. This is another box like that, like the two above, and it has the Neosporin and Band-Aids and an extra blood glucose tester. There's enough toothbrushes in here for, you know, a family of 400. These are my SHTF, just in case, dictionary, because I never use a dictionary anymore. I'm always online using that one. And then this is a medical dictionary, Americ's medical dictionary, and I figured that's a really good thing to have. This is empty at the moment. This is a sling, and I just didn't know where else to put it right now, so it's there. These are our extra diabetic testing strips and whatnot. Phil found these bags and the vacuum sealer that goes with them at the thrift store. Collectively, I think he spent $4. Okay, so that's a backup just in case. I haven't tried it yet. Our blood pressure machine. Cuff, and sorry, the dog barked for a minute there. Backup Ziploc 1-cup baggies from the dollar store. I have to go get more of those. I've got the gallon storage bags. I can't believe I'm that low on those. And then these are all the gallon Ziploc bags I got. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember where I got those from. But as you can see, there's 480. So I've got a few. I'm okay. My food saver bags. These are little duster things. That's a mishmash of different stuff. Just little fly paper or ponchos or certain light bulbs, you know, wicks for candles and oil lamps, that kind of thing. My KitchenAid meat grinder attachment, light bulbs, that's empty. Those are empty. Water. And then there's another canning pot down there. And that box is my, those are my fermenting, my mason jar stuff for fermenting. Now, down here in this corner, I've got my backup little blender, just in case one of them dies. And in that corner are fondue pots. Remind me, I'm going to come back to talk to you about the fondue pots. I've got a backup of coconut oil, my 2 extra canners, and the butane things for the fondue pots, and then I've got a backup ring there. Okay, so now we're over here. This is kind of turning into a collection of stuff, and I'm starting to get rid of some of the stuff that I'm not using. I've got 3 of these beverage dispensers, so one of them went to stepson and his family. This is an old coffee canister that I had, and I hate to get rid of it because it has a really good seal, but we'll see. But for the most part, this stuff's all collecting dust, you know? More Solo cups. Okay. And then, well, the mysterious dehydrated cabbage is sitting in here. So I may have to take a look at that, but that's a great little book. If you guys get a chance, I'll put a link in the description below for it. It is a great little book for information. This is the mess that is my canning. So we've got canned beets. That's all they are, just plain beets. Apples, applesauce, onions. We have my platter. Mushrooms. I think that's everything. And then I was throwing the empty jars here because it was freezing outside. Okay. And the breezeway is cold. Then I've got pork and sausage and bacon and corned beef and white fish and salmon. Okay. And then this whole row here, that whole shelf is chicken. And we have already, I'm telling you, this thing, you couldn't fit another jar on here. That's how full it is. That's how much chicken we go through in like a month. We go through a lot of chicken. Tomato sauce, chili, bean soup, and ground beef down there. And then this is my pickling shelf. I've got the pickled beets and the pickles. And then that whole bottom shelf down there is potatoes. Okay? There's my one lonely little thing of water. Heather would be just in panic. Okay. There's corn here. Yes, I've got them stacked, but they've got the boxes between them. When you don't really have a choice, you do what you have to do. And at this particular moment, I don't have a choice. So I am going to rearrange this and put some of the corn down here now that I know that I'm not doing more carrots. Those are all carrots. And then the bottom, the entire shelf there is green beans. Okay, I've got my flour, my sugar, my backup flour. And over here, I don't know if you saw, that's more fish. And one thing of spaghetti sauce. This is the chaos. Oh, my Augustin Farm dehydrated potato slices. Those are my SHTF potato slices. I don't anticipate even cracking one of those for the next, 15 years, give or take. This box is my box of, I'm going to see if I really need them, okay? It's a hand crank washing machine. It's a heater, heater source for like the fondue pots. I've got my wheat grinder, a coffee grinder, ladles, different stuff, older tools that are manual tools. And those are all in there. And this stuff right here, this is another little cooking source, one of those collapsible, camping stoves, coffee pot, very important, canteens that I've collected. And those are all here for an SHTF situation, okay? In case of emergency, I have them and I'm covered and I'm comfortable. What I want to make sure is that I'm only keeping things that I can use, that are actually viable and valuable, and not just keeping things for the sake of keeping things. And so that's what I've been working on, is getting that down. I just spotted over here. This is my little thing. I've got peas, split peas in there, and a couple boxes of pasta. And then these are like from MRE packages, honest to God, like Army MRE packages. And the kids didn't eat them. There's a bar soap, box of matches, some gum, little coffee thing. And so I put them in there just to save them, just in case. And up here is my coffee grinder. That's where it is. My one of my first aid kits. I've got my life straws, my wicks, extra can openers, that kind of stuff. It's all that little stuff that you don't always know or think about, and it can get interesting sometimes. So if you don't have them and you need them, that's what I want to try to avoid. I also have a box here with all of my soap making supplies in it, my extra water bath canner, and then some extra food that I purchased on sale that is meant for long-term storage, that I've got stored away in here too. So this is my working pantry room, okay? The shelving I need to get much better at. I need to figure out how to lay this out better, but with the bed, I don't know how to do it. But I really like when my friend comes to visit, so I don't want to get rid of the bed. So I brought you in here to show you all this, because these are the staples of our pantry, okay? And most of the pantry challenge, what I'm going to be cooking, will be coming out of here and the freezers. I'll give you a really quick tour of the freezers coming up in just a second. So real quick, I wanted to tell you about a short story about a conversation I had yesterday that brought me back to something I've been thinking about, and had actually stocked up on about a year ago. And Laura, who is a member of SuttonsDaze Friends, and she likes SuttonsDaze Facebook page, and she watches videos. Hi, Laura. She asked me, she goes, okay, it's coming up on that season, and I'm looking for emergency cooking methods. So what do you do if a storm comes through, knocks out your power, or does this, or, how do you cook meals? And I said, I was just thinking about that because I had just organized that corner with the fondue pots. Okay. About a year ago, we were walking through a thrift store, and Phil and I, look at everything. We look at everything. You never know what you're going to find. He has found some really great deals. And I told him, I said, if you find any fondue pots, this is what I want to do. I want something that has a contained fire in case it's cold out. We don't want to be doing a rocket stove or something out when it's like now, when it's, 13 below. Okay. You want to be able to do it indoors, just a contained little fire, to be able to heat something up. Because that's what the jarred food is, guys. That's all cooked. You can eat it that way, or you can heat it up, which is a great comfort when times are stressful. Okay. So he did. For like $1 and $2, he found complete fondue sets. People give him as gifts or gave him as gifts for years. And hardly anybody does fondue anymore. I love fondue. We don't do fondue anymore, okay? But we want the pots because that's a contained heat source that you can do indoors to heat up simple foods during a stressful emergency situation. You do not have the smoke from a fire. You do not have the threat of, you know, some kind of fire happening in the house if something goes wrong, if you're careful, okay? And you do not have to stand outside in the elements with a rocket stove or one of those little camp stoves like I had hanging over there, or a grill. So it's a nice contained way to be able to heat up food during a bad, stressful situation. So I just thought it was a really great tip, and I wanted to share it with you, and Laura gave me an opportunity to do it, so thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. Let's go look at the freezer. Okay, so the chaos that is the freezer in the kitchen still ensues. However, I have kept it kind of organized, like still, that entire bottom rack, with the exception of that beautiful roast, is bones, you guys, nothing but bones. So that is going away this weekend, because I'm going to be making bone broth. But, you know, there's the shrimp and the hot dogs and the chicken and the, you know, there's all kinds of stuff in there. So that is going to be used in the pantry challenge. Now, I am risking life and limb here. I am, because I'm not kidding you. It is Arctic. It is Arctic. And this is my very messy breezeway, but there's nothing I can do about it. There, see, for those of you that don't know, that's the Christmas tree on its way out to the thrift store. This is my backup soap making crock pot. I probably could have staged this better, huh? It's too cold. I can't do inventory. So suffice it to say, there's bacon, there's sausage, there's ham, and there are pork steaks and pork sausage in there. Okay, that is all pork in this freezer. And it's, you know, it's a decent sized freezer. Whew, hang on. Okay, got that cleared off. This is the backup turkey, hams. There's some bacon in there. For the most part, it's the big stuff. And that's what's in this one. Oh, there's some venison. That's right. There's venison in there too. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Okay, now for the really quick, because you know what? Let me put my slippers on. Okay. Whew. And this is the freezer outside, which we could basically leave open. So butter, tomatoes that I still have to cook down. That's all chicken and meat and, you know, all that stuff. Ground beef on the bottom, blueberries, vegetables, cauliflower. So I will apologize ahead of time for anybody with delicate sensibilities. Our garage is a mess. Our breezeway is a mess. This is a working homestead where I work full-time outside of the homestead. And so sometimes things get out of hand, more often than not. And when it's freezing cold like it is outside right now, then it's out of hand. So I'm sorry, I got a comment last time, somebody whining about the fact that the garage is a mess. So, oh, last one. Okay. And then this. That is the last of the pantry. Whew. Literally everything, guys. Chicken, beef, pork, roasts, canned items, fish. Whew, it's cold. Okay. We might have to go pick up a loaf of bread or two. We might have to go pick up a gallon of milk. We will be doing, you know, when we do salad stuff. I mean, we don't, it's two of us, okay? And this kind of weather, we eat warm food. We really do focus on warm food. So we don't do a lot of salads, but we will be doing salads at least once a week. So a little bit in there here, you know, here and there. That'll be the crux of my report to you on Saturdays, is what we do buy, and whew, it's cold, and how we use it. But I'm also going to make sure that you are aware of every single thing that we use out of the pantry and how I created the meals with it. It's really, once you get started, once you get cranking on it, it's not hard to do. It's challenging and comforting and wonderful to know that I can shop my shelves because I've taken the time over the year to plan to do so. So if you're just starting out, don't be intimidated. If you're just starting out, don't freak out. Do what you can. Look at what you have. Get creative. That's the big part, is getting creative, okay? Because sometimes you look at it and you go, what am I supposed to do with this? Whew, that's why they made the internet, baby. Okay? I am hearing of some of the most amazing recipes for crock pots, you guys, okay? And in this instance, when you're looking at canned items, you know, canned items like this, a crock pot is something that you can just warm it up in the last hour while you're doing something else so that you can multitask, okay? Or if you are a Thrive customer, you know, that's perfect for adding to a crock pot. I will actually make my breakfast for you guys. Okay? I'll make my breakfast for you guys so you can see how I incorporate this stuff into my breakfast. Now, we are very lucky. You got to remember, we are a small homestead, okay? We do have a flock of 50 chickens outside, so we get eggs. We get a decent amount of eggs all the time. Even this time of year, we're getting almost 2 dozen eggs a day. So that is one thing that we do have in our favor. But you can make it work. You can make it happen. And I'm so excited that you're joining us on this journey. So this was the pantry tour. Kind of an inventory, not a total one. I owe Tina a jar count. And I've got to pull all my notes together because it's a working pantry. We've been using it. So I will let you know I didn't hit 1,500 because in this last month and a half, I haven't had time to can the stuff that I wanted to. Okay. But this is where I'm at. So it's a nice goal. We'll see later this week what my goal is for 2018. Remember, if you like what we do here, please hit that like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, be safe. Bye.